Beautiful people, what is good? It's your boy Trouble T Roy, Get Kicks Wholesale, the number 2 at gmail.com. GETKICKZWHOLESALE, the numeric 2 at gmail.com. Another video for you. I don't think I really addressed this. I may have spoken about it briefly, but not in depth like I'm going to talk to you about it today. So, again, you know it's real versus fake based. That's what I do. That's my specialty. Sneaker education in general, like resale business and things like that, is also my specialty. But real versus fake, I like to debunk the nonsense that's out there. And of course, you know, the powers that be, the bigger entities, hate me for it. All right. And I wasn't trying to rhyme or give y'all no bars. It just happened to fall that way. Understood. So let's get it cracking. Let's move forward. So, regarding this real versus fake thing, this topic is very popular and it's hilarious because people have no clue what the origin of certain things are, nor are they willing to do research because everybody wants to just be told what to do. Nobody's a leader, too many followers. You dig what I'm saying? At this point, it's too many, as the statement used to go, just too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Well, actually, it's the other way around. It's too many Indians, not enough chiefs. So, with that being said, let's talk about black light testing. Yes, black light testing. And all of its hilariousness of it being used to determine the authentic... Oh, I couldn't think of the name. The authenticity of a shoe. Go ahead. Don't make... You're probably gonna like have all kinds of stuff in the comments. But the authenticity of the shoe. And with that being said, those out there, raise your hand if you know what a black light is used for. Well, if you raised your hand while watching this video, that was a little foolish because I can't see you raising your hand. So, but for those of you out there that are familiar with a black light and what it's really used for, it's used for like forensics and to find certain DNA in fluids and things like that. I'm not going to get too specific, but do your own research. You can Google it. You can, yeah, everybody uses Google nowadays. So just go ahead and Google what a black light is used for. So black light testing is not used to determine if a shoe is real versus fake. I'm even going to tell you the origin of where that came from in a second. So when people do black light testing on the shoes, number one, what are you looking for? Some may say glue stains. Some may say if certain areas are highlighted or light up, like the sole or the threading on the shoe. You get what I'm saying? Or it exposes potential marks from Chinese factories. All right. So let's start debunking this nonsense right now, first and foremost. Okay. First, if it shows a mark from a Chinese factory, that does not make your shoe fake. It's typically the production factory that it came from. Okay, not all of them have this. Some of them do, but the people that are uneducated and ignorant will say, oh, if they see a mark on a size tag, like, yep, that's a replica. Like, who, like, okay, if I'm a Chinese wholesaler, let's use common sense and business sense, and I know the game. Like, we produce shoes, or we're subcontracted to produce shoes for the brands. The point of the stamp is the origin of the factory and where it comes from typically. Sometimes you may get a stamp. It may be stamped in a sense of customs wise when the shoe is shipped. So it may not even be the factory that actually puts the stamp on the shoe. So people that try to bog down on one specific reason is completely incorrect. Unless you are over there and you're working in these warehouses or you're working in these shipping facilities that ship these shoes, you have no clue what this stamp that they put that's only identified by a black light is for. You get what I'm saying? So for you to just sit there and believe nonsense that, oh, it's a replica because this stamp is placed on, because somebody made that stuff up and somebody else ran with it without doing any research and finding out where this nonsense came from. See, that's what I'm gonna be on your top about. Find out where this information came from before you start taking it as golden and valid. Okay? You get what I'm saying? Like, educate yourself. Don't be dumb. So let's get back to the stamping. on the box can come from anywhere. So I've even had people talk about like, and it gets frustrating. I got to keep it real. Not the sense of the question asked. I think the same question being asked over and over again, where you've been giving the same answer, or you've been given, the same answer over and over again. So no one knows where it comes from technically. I have an idea because I've talked to people on that side, the wholesale side. You get what I'm saying? Not people over here in the States, the wholesale side, to ask about like, what are these? So sometimes it's not even factories. It's the shipping facilities. So there you go. That's food for thought. But again, dig, do your research, have conversations. If you talk to wholesalers, have conversations. And you can't even take everything they say is golden. So you even got to dig even more. But you have to use, here's the key thing to weaning out the stupidity. Use your common sense. If it don't make sense, then it's typically not right. Okay? That's how you vet these things out. Okay, so let's go back since we talked about that. All right. So the black light testing, identifying like glue spots and stains. Stupid. Like you may get like stains or something that may have spilled on a shoe that it identifies, because of black light identifies certain fluids and things like that. But remember, it's particularly used in like forensics and DNA to find certain things like that, and fluids and stuff like that. So that's its primary use. Whoever, which I know who started it, I'm about to share with you in a second, started the black light testing for shoes, was literally capping, and everybody fell for it. They literally did it intentionally. Oh, let's use this to see if a shoe is fake. And started doing it, and everybody just jumped on the bandwagon and believe it now. Everybody that's authenticated talk about a black light test. It's so dumb. And those believing it, I have to say that you're not thinking or using your brain. You're not using common sense. You're not. And I'm just keeping it 1,000 with you. Because now if you think like certain things light up in black lighting versus other things that don't. So let's talk about it like this. If there is, say, 200 factories, right, that's producing a shoe for the brands. They're contracted with the brands to produce a shoe. And they all get the same exact material. And they're in different provinces, right, of, say, China. What are the odds of them all getting the same literal exact type of white thread to create, to create a shoe? What's like everybody's getting their thread from one, even though they may be hundreds or thousands of miles apart from each other, certain factories that are contracted. What's the likelihood of them getting the same exact type of white threading to put the shoe together? It's not very likely, right? Here's where I hit you with common sense. So then, if it's not the type of white thread that shines in a black light, like with the black light during black light testing, then what? So now that shoe's fake because they don't have the white thread that lights up under a black light? Come on, people, use your head. Don't be stupid, okay? So you can go ahead and fall for this nonsense that they're giving you with this black light testing that doesn't really exist. Actually, I'll prove it here. And, oh, yeah, before I let you go on this video, I have to say where it came from, because remember, I told you I would tell you. So I don't know if you remember, but the guy Fake Education, who was with this real versus fake stuff, was super capping. Like super. I'll do another story on that maybe some other time. But check out this post. This is one of the old Instagram posts from Fake Education. It's a Jordan 11 bread, okay? With that Jordan 11 bread, what is the problem with this black light it's showing? You see the one that is saying is real and the one that is saying is fake? What is the problem? Some of you may catch it. If you don't, take a look here, right? Number one, he's closer up on the shoe with the black light. If you look at in the patent leather, okay? Look in the patent leather, you can see the hovering over the shoe with the black light. The other one, they're standing further away where the black light isn't as bright. So what is this post here determining? Can somebody tell me? Like, what is the sole glowing more? Well, of course, if you move closer to the sole with the black light, it's going to glow more, and it's going to glow less as you move away from it. That's literally what's happening in this post. Literally. And this is supposed to tell you which one is real, which one is fake. I think not. But if you guys want to believe this, it's all good. Okay? So yeah, fake education started this stuff, and then everybody else started running with it. Look at all the followers you see out here that think they really know something about this sneaker stuff and don't know a darn thing. How crazy is that? And they just like, oh snap, fake education did it, so it gotta be real. Do you know it's people out here that's capping and fooling you on purpose and laughing at you as you leave their store or their authentication checking point, whatever they have? They're laughing because they're it's almost like when you pull a joke on somebody and you never tell them the punchline of the joke, you just laughing at them. Like you're pulling a prank on somebody and it happened, you're just laughing, and you don't be like, psych, this is a prank. You just keep the prank going for a lifetime. That's what's going on, y'all. Choose to believe it if you will. Again, don't take my word for it. You know, I say this all the time. Do your own research and use your head, people. Use common sense. Makes no sense. Who like I say, the dude fake education started this nonsense and everybody else started running with it. Think about it. Where is he now? All right, there's still a fake education page, but I don't think it's the same person. Some people say that this gentleman committed suicide, which I don't believe is true because there's not enough valid proof. And even his girlfriend made a post about like that wasn't true. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you got to go really dig down the rabbit hole and take a look. But if that isn't the case and he is around, you know, I wouldn't wish that on nobody because that's a serious issue. Like suicide is a serious issue. I would never poke or make fun of that or anybody's situation who's dealing with like depression, stuff like that, because that stuff is real, you know. And if that is the case, then I suggest you tell somebody if you're dealing with that and you seek some serious help, because that's nothing to be played with. But back to what I was saying is that, like, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like, remember, he was an advocate for StockX. Let's start there. Then no longer an advocate for StockX. What happened? Because remember, before StockX, that's when he was doing the real versus fake reviews. He became an advocate for StockX. Kind of shows you what goes on in the sneaker industry, right? And then not an advocate for StockX. So what happened? I don't know. Some may say a pass, a checkered pass. Some may say of what his affiliation with the real versus fake thing. And StockX was like, yo, you know, we know what you're doing, so we kind of got to let you go. Who knows? I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't have any insight on that. However, I do know that they were capping with the real versus fake stuff. I do know that. You get what I'm saying? So take a look. Like, do your research, study. Because then after that, he was doing these things where he was like mashing up clothes and t-shirts, and he got out the real versus fake game. Why would you do that? If you're the OG, the originator of a lot of this stuff, like, that's kind of fishy and suspicious to me, that now all of a sudden you don't do that anymore. You're not affiliated with a major company, a major resale company anymore. Like, you were a big advocate for that. So what's going on here? And this is the guy that started this whole black light thing that everybody in the industry is running with. How funny is that? It's hilarious. But again, what can you say? So it's your boy signing out, man. Trouble T Roy. Get Kicks Wholesale, the number 2 at gmail.com. GETKICKZWHOLESALE, the number 2 at gmail.com. All right. Peace.